Bridget! Bridget, stop!
Bridget.
What are you doing?
I'm searching for my home to look like I'm doing.
She looks awful.
You don't look so great yourself, pal.
Do you know who I am? Do you recognize me?
Like that's important for some reason. Yeah, I know who you are. You're the man who betrayed me and tried to steal my daughter.
No, that is your illness.
Shut up. There is no illness. There's just deception. Here it is. Can you help me fix it?
Well, I would like to do that, actually, but you need to come with us.
Sorry, I like it here.
You're supposed to be living in the group home.
Oh. It wasn't safe. You're my lawyer, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm telling you this officially then. The place they put me in was very dangerous.
No, you got paranoid.
It was dangerous. People kept looking at me like they wanted to hurt me, and then they stole my books. How am I supposed to study without my books? So don't talk to me about paranoia, okay? I'm gonna get very annoyed. They stole my books.
Who? Who stole your books?
The doctor said they were impeding my recovery, but the truth is they don't like it when the patients are smarter than they are. I just remembered. He didn't want me to study either.
That is not true. I encouraged you. I just told you that you should put off the MBA for a while because
you were jealous.
That is not true.
Jeff, don't engage her
okay,
like
but I
that.
was
It
not
doesn't-
jealous.
Jealous and scared shitless I'd be more successful than he was.
So stupid.
Okay, look, how about we find you a different place to live, a safer place, and then maybe we can get you another
You'll
doctor.
never find a doctor who doesn't resent my intelligence.
Okay, look, if you don't get some help...
Jeff, please.
I don't care. If you don't get some help and stop living in parks, you can't see Emma.
Can he do that?
No, he can't. It's up to the courts.
The courts? No. I'm not putting my fate in their hands anymore. Maybe I'll just take her.
What are you talking about?
I've seen her, you know. She misses me. But she's starting to think that other woman is her mommy.
Oh, God, she's the housekeeper.
She's your lover.
You've seen her at the house? Bridget, you have to stay away from the house.
Maybe I will and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do what I need to get my daughter back.
Bridget. Oh, Bridget! Bridget! Hey.
Are you okay? Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah.
Here.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
She's gone.
We're swimming in the sea, my lover. We're fluid in our own embrace. If this will mark the end of our day, weigh me down. You're gonna have to hold my head up. In a whisper you will hear me say, if this will mark the end of our day, weigh me down. Weigh me down, down with love. I knew it might not be so lucky to outlast a few. If this will mark the end of our day, weigh me down, weigh me down.
Failure to appear.
Failure to appear where?
In court to set a date for your trial.
What trial?
Your trial on outstanding drug charges.
I don't have any outstanding drug charges. I was arrested for the first time in my life just yesterday.
Well, maybe you were high when it happened. You can't remember.
Jesus, are you nuts?
How are we doing over there?
Fine. Thanks for asking.
What's his problem?
I don't know.
I'm innocent.
He's innocent.
Look, they pulled me over. The next thing I know, I'm in the Don jail sleeping on this piss-soaked mattress.
Somebody mind filling me in here?
I think he wants to hear the allegations.
This is Darcy Cole, your worship. He was stopped for speeding yesterday on Lakeshore Boulevard. A search turned up an outstanding warrant related to a possession charge.
Okay, this is nuts.
He means he's disputing the facts.
Well, are we sure we have the right man? Maybe it's another Darcy Cole.
Can I see the information? Darcy, where were you on June 10th, 2005 at 8:37 p.m.?
8:37 at night, I'm at work like I always am.
It says here you were being arrested for possession in Regent Park.
I was grilling Whoppers at the Burger King at Dufferin.
Sounds like your client has a terrific alibi, Mr. Angel.
So I can go now.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
This is a bail hearing, not a trial.
The point of a bail hearing is not to determine guilt or innocence.
They want to make sure you won't do it again while you're out.
I didn't do it the first time. Y'all got the wrong guy here.
You can tell them that at your trial, sir.
This is not happening.
Ah, but it is. So who can we call to bail you out?
Jeez. My dad, I guess, but he's not gonna take this too good. He's gonna think it's my fault somehow. He's gonna get all crazy and make things worse.
Well, the other option is you can stay in jail until we sort things out. But if it's mistaken identity, if there's a problem with the paperwork, that could take some time, maybe weeks.
Weeks? Man. All right, Carl.
Okay. I'll go back to the shelter.
This isn't about the shelter. This is about what happened this morning. Do you remember what happened this morning?
I remember I went for a walk.
You went for a walk to your house?
No, to the park near my house. I didn't know Jeff and Emma were going to be there.
You saw Jeff and Emma?
You think I didn't?
Bridget, that wasn't them. That was someone else.
Emma fell asleep in her stroller while Jeff was chatting up some woman by the swings. So I took her to get some ice cream, and then all hell broke loose.
Bridget, that wasn't Jeff, and that wasn't Emma. That was someone else's baby.
Who told you that?
What did you think was happening when you were suddenly surrounded by police cars?
Nothing good.
Are you off your meds?
I didn't like what they were doing to me.
Okay, but you can't just
Those
go...
drugs were to keep me from having another baby.
You think they're giving you birth control?
Permanent birth control. They took Emma, and now they want to make sure I don't have any more. They don't want people like me having babies.
This is why you can't go off your meds, because then you start to imagine things.
Can you get some things for me? I need to study. I have to get my MBA, go back to work, and then they'll have to give me my daughter back. No one can deny me anything anymore once I have my MBA, not at work or home. None of the jealous, petty people who don't know how I got so far without it in the first place. So I need to get some books. The kind where the chapter doesn't change on me every time I try to read it again.
I had it sewn up. All I needed was a reference. Whatever Randy wrote in that letter cost me that job. I just went there to ask him for an explanation.
Actually, he went there to punch him in the face.
No, I decided that I was going to remain calm. I just went there to ask him why he'd screw me over like that. But then when he started treating me like I was some goofy kid right out of business school...
You decided not to stay calm.
So not only does he fail to get the job, he gets arrested. In other words, typical.
How? How is that typical?
Well, did anything good happen? Is anything except more trouble going to come from this?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get the Crown to agree to a conditional discharge.
So that counts as success, now does it? My unemployed son gets a conditional discharge. Well, aren't I the proud mother?
What do you want from me, huh? What's going to make you happy? Here, how about if I jam this pen right into my eye socket?
Hey, you know what? Can we just...
It's your fault to begin with. You're the one who told me to ask Randy for the reference, and I knew he was going to screw me over.
Well, he was the only one I could think of who might have something good to say about you. And also a reference from someone so successful.
Yeah, well, maybe if you'd ever encouraged me, I'd be a big success, too, huh?
Well, I encouraged you to grow up, haven't I? You're a 34-year-old child who lives in my basement and eats me out of house and home.
Oh, come on. What are you talking about? I don't eat that much.
Well, what happened to that brick of cheese?
I don't know.
Liar.
They're arguing about cheese now.
Yeah, we never did that.
No, I know. I know you were good about food.
Well, you had such a nervous stomach, you hardly ate anything. This came in the mail for you. It's from Greenland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Fine. Pay you back every penny you ever spent on me.
And how do you plan on doing that? With Monopoly money?
You know what? Could we just maybe focus on the matter at hand here?
Is that eyeliner you're wearing?
Is it, yes.
Is he cheap? Because I'm not paying for a freak unless he's cheap.
You know, that's a little, I'm going through a change, and I'm just experimenting with my appearance to see if I can match up my inside with my outside.
Whatever the hell that means.
Maybe he's just trying to find himself.
That's right. My new self.
Find himself. Well, at least he's doing it while he's got a job.
Hey, for the record, I had a job. In fact, I was the one that got Randy his job.
Oh, you were not.
5 years ago, when he got back from traveling through Europe, with my girlfriend, by the way.
Girlfriend? You barely knew her.
I was in love with her, Mom. I was going to spend the rest of my life with that girl. But then Randy whisked her off on a stupid tour of Europe. And when they got back, did I go off on the asshole? No, I said, that's okay, Randy. You didn't know that I was deeply in love with her. You know, no hard feelings, Randy. In fact, hey, why don't you let me help you get a job?
Well, that was nice of him.
Oh, yeah, you mean stupid, right? Because next thing I know, ass-kissing Randy's my manager. I killed myself in that place for 2 years. And while he was flouncing around Europe with my girlfriend, and he still ends up ahead of me.
Randy is vice president of that company now. He took that opportunity and made the most of it.
My opportunity, Mom? He took my girl and my career, and all I ever asked for in return was a half-decent letter of reference.
The essential thing about Randy is that he presents himself very well. You slouch and mumble.
I do not mumble.
Of course you do.
Yeah, well, am I mumbling now, you wicked old woman?
Where are you going? We're having a meeting here. Oh, don't be a little boy.
Boy, she'd be a lot happier if she lowered her expectations for him, I'll tell you.
Is that what you did for me?
No, all I ever wanted for you was a healthy sex life. Okay, speaking of sex, are you looking to change your affiliation for some reason?
Am I what?
I mean, are you gay? I don't care. I just wish you had mentioned it to me.
No, I'm not gay. I'm experimenting with my persona. So.
Does that hurt?
Well, you know.
No, the eye ring.
Oh, no. You know what? I was too scared to do it for real.
Oh, of course you were, weren't you? Oh, aren't you? Aren't you just my scared little fella at heart, huh? Aren't you? Oh, Mommy loves you. I love you. You want me to put it on?
Yeah, okay.
I can't actually see very well.
Yeah, then I'll do it, yeah.
Okay.
How am I gonna earn a living? I gotta pay rent, I gotta eat, plus my sister's sick, I gotta help her out with her kids.
Well, maybe you could consider another line of work.
What do you want me to do, temp work?
At the very least, you should probably just lay low for a while.
It's not like I'm getting these guys off in parked cars. I've seen a regular, okay? The same guy in the same hotel room every week. Those cops are stalking me. Ever since I filed that complaint, they won't leave me alone. It's freaky.
What, have they ever threatened you?
Depends on what you call a threat. One of them, the fat one, told me this thing about a lizard.
A what?
A lizard. If you put a lizard in water and then boil the water, the lizard won't feel itself dying because it gets used to the temperature.
Maybe you should call the police services board and withdraw the complaint, huh?
No way! I blew him, and he arrested me. You only blow a cop so that he won't arrest you. I want them off my back, and that's what I want the judge to hear.
Well, I'll bring it up, but...
No. I'll tell him myself.
No, the accused never comes to the judicial pretrial. It's very technical. It's just about narrowing the issues for trial.
I was entrapped.
And I'm gonna say that.
It'll sound much better coming from me.
It's more efficient if I do it. Look, the Crown is gonna argue that because you're already a prostitute, you weren't lured into doing something that you don't normally do.
And you have an answer for that?
No, I'm gonna ignore that and point out that the cop's testimony is tainted.
Because I blew him?
Well...
No. It's all about that. And the fact that they're threatening me with stories about killing lizards. So I gotta tell the judge. He's gotta hear it from me so that he knows how wrong it is.
But it's not...
I'm coming.
Great. But I'm not going there right now anyway, so what do you want to do? Follow me around?
Sure. I have nothing else to do.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Who's that?
I knew this was going to start up. I told him. Without high school, you got nothing to look forward to but closed doors and fast food. Then eventually you get frustrated.
Yeah, but you see, the problem is...
My other boy, Carson, he's going to the police force.
Well, that's
but Darcy,
nice, but...
he's still got a lot of growing up to do. So what's this fail to appear? That another speeding thing?
What? No, it's on a possession charge.
Possession? Possession of drugs?
Yes, but this...
God damn that boy! Carson!
Mr. Cole?
Carson! Get your ass out of bed!
What's the problem?
Your brother's in jail. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All you have to do is show up. Now open the goddamn door.
Mr. Cole, we really need to go down.
Who's that?
Jeez, oh my God.
I'm sorry. Don't say nothing. You better stop running, boy. Running only gonna make it worse.
Don't say nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Who's that?
All right, well, I'll just sit here and wait for you.
Come on. What's the point of having a phone if you don't turn it on, Trish? Look, I'm starting to get really worried, so just call me as soon as you get this, okay? Hey, what's going on with Trish?
Hey, you beautiful. I guess you'd have to ask Trish that.
If I could reach her, but I haven't seen her in over a week, and she's not returning my calls.
Well, try her at Bill's place.
Who's Bill?
My friend, the guy from the catering party.
The one who sells fake real estate in Algeria?
It's not fake. The property's there. He just doesn't exactly own it yet. He's optimistic when it comes to things like that.
You mean he's a liar?
You know, it's a bit harsh. Bottom line, he's never been convicted of anything.
Yeah, well, what? Now my sister's his new best friend?
Well, they hit it off. What can I say? Relax, honey bun. She's a big girl. She can handle herself.
Well, that's what she likes people to believe anyway.
He's not dangerous, if that's what you're worried about.
Thanks. Hello? Yeah? What? No. No, I'm not in a Gulf Town store buying anything. How? $32.50 me $3,250. No, there's some sort of mistake because I can't help you if you don't listen to me. I told you they need proof of ownership before they let you bill them out. All you've done is waste everyone's time, and now your husband has to stay in jail until you bring me what I need in the first place. Yes, Documents she's my proving that sister. you own that condo and have some equity in it. Hurry! Yeah, Hurry, I we might did. be able to get him out today.
Yes, she can use it with my permission. No problem.
Shit. Is everything all right?
It was Visa. My sister just bought a $3,000 set of golf clubs on my credit card, which she stole from my wallet.
Are you gonna have her arrested?
No, that course of action hadn't occurred to me.
She obviously needs to be taught a lesson.
She's my sister.
So what? If my sister stole from me, I'd throw the book at her.
Well, thank God you're an only child.
What is she in golf clubs anyways?
I don't know.
Does she golf?
I don't know.
Does she know anyone who golfs?
I don't. Yeah. Yeah, you know, maybe she does.
Where are you going? Should I come? I'll come if you want me to. I'm coming.
Good day for a lot of cops means a disease-ridden crack addict didn't stab you with a syringe or throw a used condom in your face. It's a messy business. One of the few perks is the occasional free blowjob.
It's an abuse of power.
Some cops think of it as the unwritten part of their contract. In exchange for looking away most of the time, they feel that hookers should throw them a little something now and then.
And then they arrest her for throwing them a little something.
Which they are contracted to do on occasion.
Meaning?
They've got their quota. Her mistake was lodging a complaint, which pissed them off. But it's good that you're getting this in front of a judge. Judges don't like cops settling scores on their own. It offends their sense of ownership over the judicial system. Play that up. Make them feel powerful. Make them feel that you'll be eternally grateful if it goes your way.
I don't know how to play those kinds of
But
games.
you want to learn, don't you? That's why you came to me.
No, I just...
You want to stop being so uptight. You want to unravel. Loosen up. And I mean that in a purely sexual way.
I didn't think you were suggesting therapy.
So how about it? You want to get a room at the Sheraton? No, actually, we need someplace dirtier. Think about it.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you're going to Kay's whatever it is tonight?
Engagement? Yeah, I'll be there.
Now, there's a frozen pond I'd like to skate on for a while.
Hey, guys, wait up. Jesus, what's he doing here?
I asked him to come and help you.
You what? Wow, this place is something else. Like, are all the criminals in the city in here? No offense, huh?
Oh, yeah, of course not.
Randy Price. I'm his victim.
Oh, you asked the complainant to attend the plea hearing?
Only because she knows I'm too big a man to hold a grudge.
That's nice, but it's probably not a good...
You might want to take a lesson from this on how to conduct yourself. You assaulted him, and yet here he is willing to help
If he wanted to help me, he could have written me a glowing reference letter instead of...
Let's not get all that.
Hey, I merely pointed out a few areas of concern, okay? If they really wanted to hire you, they would have done so anyway. You need to learn how to apportion responsibility.
Yeah, well, what about Marcia, huh? Who's responsible
Marcia,
for
are
that?
you serious? You know what? I can barely remember Marcia, okay? She was like 20, 30, 40 girlfriends ago for me.
You smug piece of shit. Yeah, he can barely remember her.
I can't believe I canceled a meeting for this. No, I told you he didn't have it in him to let me graciously save his ass. Now he's just starting to piss me off.
Hey, let me remind you of Marcia. She's the one that you traveled the world with just to show me up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I live for, Harold, to show you up.
Well, why else would you send those postcards?
Sending postcards is thoughtful. He was just trying to be nice.
Postcards telling me every place he screwed her, Mom. Yeah, this is Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. We did a doggy style in the bleachers. Yeah, this guy is a malicious, mean-spirited kid.
Yes, he is.
Where are you going?
I was just gonna go try to keep you out of jail. You coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tag along.
So you tell the old man one kid is in trouble, and he chases the other kid out of the house?
Yeah, and for an old guy, he can really move. I waited as long as I could, but he never came back.
Well. Is he wearing makeup?
Just a face.
I bet. So the old man took off, and we don't know who's going to show up, so...
We'll just have to settle for the brother.
Darcy's lawyer?
What happened to your face?
I slipped and fell.
Yeah, and someone's fist.
Come with me, thanks, man.
The pot was mine. Some dude gave it to me at a party. I was just holding it
Let's
for
just skip ahead, okay? I don't give a shit how you got it. I just want to know why you gave the cops your brother's name when they found it on you.
Man, I'm joining the police force. I've already had my first interview. I can't have a record. So when a cop pulled me over, I just panicked.
Yeah, well, on the bright side, you have a real knack for framing people. That could come in handy if you ever do become a cop.
Look, man, a I heard they usually drop charges on small amounts of pot, or in the worst case, it's a fine. But I was prepared to do the heat, whatever it was.
In your brother's name, though.
The cop gave me a promise to appear. So when I told my dad about it, he said, go in, pretend I was Darcy. Then even if there was a little jail time, I can handle it as Darcy.
Good plan. So why'd you skip the court appearance?
I got scared, man.
Scared of what?
Just scared of going in there as somebody else. Scared that they might give me some jail time. I guess I was just f***ed up.
Want to see f***ed up? Take a look at your brother when they bring him into that courtroom.
I know, man. Look, I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel bad about it. I don't even know if I want to be a cop anymore. It's always been my dad's idea. He's got this whole thing planned. Anyway, screw that. What'll happen if I confess?
Assuming the Crown believes you, we'll drop the charges against Darcy, take you into custody, probably add an obstruction to justice charge.
Okay. We gotta do this without my dad finding out, because if he does, he'll really lose it on me.
He can do worse?
He can do a lot worse.
So basically, I had a man-to-man with your brother, and yeah, he said it was you.
What was he thinking?
He wasn't, but he feels bad about it, if that helps.
He's afraid of my dad, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what do we do now?
Now he wants to confess, which will be good for you, but...
Wait, what's gonna happen to him?
Basically, you trade places.
He's gonna end up in jail. Forget it. Just say it was me.
Now, why is that a good idea?
Because Carson's gotta be a cop. It's the main thing in my dad's life. Carson becomes a cop, so my family gets a little piece of the power. If I f Dad up, Dad's gonna make me pay. He's got it all planned out. Carson's the winner. I'm the loser. Yeah, makes more sense this way all around, so just tell Carson to back off.
Well, it's your life. If I was a different kind of lawyer, I'd tell you that technically I can't let you plead guilty for something you didn't do. But I don't give a shit. If you want to go to jail for your brother, it's up to you. I'll see you in plea court.
So that's it? Look, if you're trying to pull some kind of reverse psychology shit on me, it's not gonna work.
I don't care enough to make that kind of effort.
No, she's abducting children. Last night in the park, I thought, okay, this is rock bottom, but I guess it just gets worse.
Maybe. Look, we gotta get in there.
Okay, but can you prepare me a bit? Can you tell me what's gonna happen in here?
No, I can't.
A woman waiting for the bus noticed the accused, whom she described as a street person, walking away pushing a baby in its stroller.
I remember her. She asked me a lot of questions.
Yes, she did. And when she didn't receive any satisfactory answers, she called the police on her cell phone.
So now I know who to blame. Good, good.
Ms. Gregg is charged with abduction of a person under 16, forcible confinement, and numerous FTCs. She's been missing from the group home for the past week, and she's missed her last 2 doctor's appointments, which are both conditions of her previous bail. The Crown will not consent to her release.
Oh, we'll see about that once I get my degree.
Mr. Ray?
Your Honor, Ms. Gregg thought that the child in the park was her own daughter, and she just thought she was taking her to get ice cream.
Was she going to bring her back?
I don't know, but I do know that she feels very sorry for what happened.
Maybe if you didn't separate mothers from their children, these kinds of mistakes wouldn't occur.
Is she on for medication?
Yes, Your Honor. She believes that the medications prescribed are sterilizing her.
Miss Gregg, things seem to be getting worse for you, and that worries me. The last time you were in here, you thought your husband was taking your daughter to Brazil to live with his new wife, who actually turned out to be your new housekeeper.
Oh, so they say.
And now you're unable to tell the difference between your daughter and other people's children. I'm not sure what to do with you. This court was established to assist people having the kinds of problems you're having.
You also have a duty to protect the public, don't you?
This is Ms. Murphy, Your Honor, the child's mother.
He told us that this woman was treated in a hospital and then released. You just gonna do that again?
She's ill, ma'am. She doesn't belong in jail, if that's what you mean.
She stole my daughter. She can't be allowed back on the street until you're sure she's not gonna do something like that again.
There's a pattern here that's very hard to break. She gets sent to hospital. She gets better. She gets released. And because she's better, she stops taking her medicine, and she gets worse again. You see our problem.
I don't care about your problem. Keep her in a hospital forever if you have to. She's dangerous. She stole my child. It was terrifying.
That's how I felt. Who is she again?
The little girl's mother.
Yes, a little girl's mother, just like me. Then everything went wrong. Nothing made sense anymore, and I got tired. Are you tired? Because I am just exhausted, and I still have so much work to do. Very difficult work. So much reading and essays.
Your Honor, please help her. Don't give up on her.
We won't, sir.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for what happened.
Isn't that nice? Maybe he does care.
She's sick. She's very, very sick.
He's crying.
Yes.
Jeff, shh. I'll get my degree and everything will be fine. Just kiss Emma for me. Tell her that I love her.
I've
got a right to tell my side, don't I?
Okay, the whole point of a pretrial is to expedite matters, but with the accused there, we
Can't say all those nasty things about you she usually would.
Well, tell her to go ahead and say anything she wants, because I'm coming.
She has a right to be here, Miss Rogan.
Yeah, it's all about my rights.
That does not include your right to drive me nuts, so just be quiet for now while Miss Rogan explains why I'm wasting my time on something that's barely illegal.
Your Honor, that's not the...
Prostitution? Keeping a body house? What is this, 18th century London? What's your excuse, Miss Robinson? Please caught your client.
With his dick in my mouth.
Is that true?
I can explain in more detail if you want.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Miss Rogan, you might want to have a little chat with the officers involved about their policing techniques.
The police can pose as drug dealers to buy drugs. Why can't they pose as Johns to get prostitutes?
Because a self-employed prostitute is not the same threat to society as a drug dealer.
Somebody want to tell me why this thing hasn't just been pled out?
Because my client feels she was entrapped. She complained to the Police Services Board about the conduct of the arresting officers, and she wants...
I want justice.
It's only entrapment if they lured her into doing something she wouldn't normally have done.
Yeah, like blowing cops.
Did you know he was a cop when you did it?
Sure.
And you did it anyway. Why?
Because he wanted me to.
Well, you ask a stupid question.
Since the day my client initiated her complaint against the officers, they have been harassing her nonstop in an effort to get her to withdraw it.
Okay, even if that's true, it's not relevant to the matter at hand.
Unless I say it is. What do you mean they were harassing her?
They make it very hard for me to get back to work.
Okay, she is complaining that the police make it hard for her to resume work as a prostitute. I mean, come on.
Well, I have to make a living somehow, don't I? It's not like I haven't tried other things. I was a waitress, I danced a little, I even thought about becoming a nurse, but I'm good at what I do, and I like it.
So what?
Well, it's just something. Can't have the entire workforce feeling wretched and unfulfilled.
Your Honor, the cops follow me everywhere. Stop me on the street when I'm just going to visit a friend. They say that I'm offending the neighbors with my presence.
Yeah, and if every officer was as vigilant as these guys, prostitution wouldn't be the problem it is today.
Oh, forget about poverty and unemployment and drug addiction. Heavy-handed policing procedure is just going to overcome all of that and do away with it. Your Honor, I am surprised that a judge with your experience is going to bend to the will of the police in such a matter.
Oh. Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Robinson.
The arresting officer's testimony is tainted, and the Crown doesn't have enough frequency evidence to prove the body house charge. Only you have the power to end this right now, Your Honor.
Oh, well, that's just...
Nope, I think we just ought to throw it out, Miss Rogan. Sorry. You can always take it to another judge, but that would just annoy me.
If the charges are withdrawn, she'll just go right back to being a hooker.
And you'll just go right back to being a shrewd and effective Crown attorney, and the world will just keep right on turning.
Well, what's the problem? The problem is he wouldn't stop talking. None of you.
I was just trying to get him to leave.
Why? Look, they're not going to get to us anyway for a while, all right? All I'm saying
I want him gone, all right? I don't need his help.
Hey, I'm an interested party here, okay? I might have something to contribute to the proceedings.
See, that's why this wasn't a good idea, right?
You're not going to say something bad about him, are you?
Only if I'm asked.
Don't with me, Randy. All right, I'm living with my mom. She's on my case about eating cheese. I'm very tense.
Yes, you are. Are you wearing eyeliner?
Yes, he's a freak. He hired a sad, freakish man as his lawyer.
Smooth move, Harold.
Would you guys just get off my... Where are you going?
I'm taking a break.
Well, what kind of a break?
A fairly long one.
Look at that dumb prick. I couldn't wait to find out what they were going to do with me.
The police are not going to let this one go. You have to consider withdrawing the complaint.
No.
Giselle, there's nothing in it for you.
No! Maybe it's time your wife found out what you get the dumb whores you meet to do for you.
If I were you, I'd back off.
I'll see you.
And nothing better happen to that woman.
Your Honor, this is Darcy Cole. Charges are possession and failed to appear. He was arrested the night of June 10th with 5 grams of marijuana and released on a promise to appear. He blew off his appearance, and now here he stands before you.
Pleading guilty to these charges, sir.
Yeah. No, that's not what we agreed. Don't listen to him. He's not guilty of anything. It was me.
What's he doing? Didn't you tell him? I forgot.
What's going on here, Mr. Angel?
Just family stuff, Your Honor. I don't want to burden you with it.
Well, isn't that kind of you?
Well, I wouldn't mind being let in the loop.
Don't worry. Somebody's going to jail. Don't tell me you care who it is.
Should be me, sir.
That's not true, Your Honor. I had the pot and I missed the court date.
Why are they both confessing, Mr. Angel?
Maybe they're both guilty.
Don't be greedy now. Push me and you might not get either one of them.
Look, two confessions to the same crime do not cancel each other out.
Your Honor, before the Crown throws the full weight of its office against these two young men, I just want to let the court know that they're two good kids with clean records. Darcy works full-time in the food industry, and Carson is a candidate for the Toronto Police Force.
And you're telling us this because...
I was just wondering whether it's worth tying up an already backlogged court system trying to determine who to blame for such a trivial thing. I'm just thinking out loud here.
How's this for thinking out loud? This little sleight of hand is not going to work. In fact, I think it might just make them both guilty of obstruction.
Wow, there's a charge worth proceeding on, huh? Got any evidence?
It was me the cops found the dope on, sir.
That's not true. He's just trying to protect me.
What's going on?
It's okay, Dad.
Oh, good. Daddy's here. Now maybe we'll get the truth out of these guys.
Don't count on it.
Just go, Dad. I'll deal with it.
Doesn't sound like you're dealing with it. Sounds like you're f***ing up your future.
Sir, generally we don't like people cursing in our courtroom.
Okay, so I'll get the f*** out then. But I'm taking him with me. Come on.
No.
Your Honor, I don't know what he told you, but it's not true.
You're not going to confess too, are you?
Dad, just let me do this.
No f***ing way.
Dad, just go.
This is your fault, too, so you just keep your mouth shut.
I'm not going to let him take the blame.
You'll do exactly what I tell you to, you ungrateful son of a bitch. Hey, what the? Get off me! Get off me! You heard me? Get off me! Ah! God damn, you hear me? I said get off me! God damn it! Oh.
Just in case you're wondering what's happening now, sir, you're being arrested.
Ah! That was cute. You pleased with yourself?
Yes, I am, and I'm not going to let you bring me down. Charges withdrawn on Darcy and absolute discharge for Carson. I think I did pretty well.
I think you're getting closer to the edge every day.
So what's happening with Dad?
He's a 52 division being processed for assault.
Man, he's gonna be pissed. Really pissed. Yeah. So what do we do now?
Maybe it's time you two cut the cord and moved out on your own.
What do you think? Well, it's not like we got a choice. What's what happen when he gets out? Yeah.
You know, you sound just like Mother right now.
Oh, you just make a point, please, of not coming into my house, stealing my cash, taking my credit card, and buying $3,000 items on it, if you don't mind.
Stop spazzing out on me. I'll pay you back.
Yeah, you stole from me, Trish. You're my sister. I mean, how do you think that makes me feel?
Well, would it make you feel any better to think that I was just borrowing it? Because that's all I was doing.
You have to ask for it to be considered borrowing.
Yeah, well, I just figured you would say yes, okay? Like, why are you freaking out about a few $1,000s?
There's something wrong with you, Trish.
Oh, for God's sake.
The partying, the borrowing might have been cute when you were young and acting up, but you're 34 years old now, and it is not cute anymore.
And are you nearly done? Because I have to go.
Okay, what's with the golf clubs?
They're for me. I got some meetings in the Bahamas. Time to reel in the big fish, and you can't do business with these guys unless you're serious about your golf.
You're helping him with his con?
Con? He's a venture capitalist, Alice. He brings together investors with small companies who have great products and just want a little capital to expand.
They're companies that don't exist. You know that, right?
You know, I knew this would happen. Didn't I tell you that this job was going to get to you, Alice? Because all you think of now is everybody is a criminal.
Just people who take out short-term leases on places like this and fill it with rented furniture so that it's easy to clear out.
We gotta go, hon.
Okay.
You know, everything's gonna work out fine. She'll pay you back.
I'm sure.
Alice, don't do this to me. Do not do this to me, okay? I really like this guy, okay?
Well, that's all that matters.
Don't bother to lock up, Alice.
Your Honor, my client comes before you today with no previous criminal record and also with a heartfelt desire...
What the hell is that on your eye?
Oh, I see. A little,
And you're wearing makeup. What's happening to you, Mr. Sachs?
It's just a little change in style, Your Honor. No big deal. May I continue?
Sure, but it may be difficult for me to pay attention. I mean, you can't come in here looking like that and expect me to take you seriously. Right, Mr. Weeks? Well, what? You like his new look, Mr. Weeks? You do, don't you? Well, to me, it's a sign of someone in distress.
Your Honor, I don't think my personal journey...
All right, you're right. We can't talk about it here. You come and visit me in chambers, and I'll try to get you through it.
What?
All right, let's go. Come on. What are you waiting for?
Okay. By way of background, my client was under a great deal of stress, having been laid off a number of months prior to the day in question. And he also was forced to live with his mother.
And that pushed him over the edge? You're not going to blame your actions on your mother, are you, sir?
No.
Speak up, he can't hear you.
He heard me, Mom.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did, Mom. Now sit down and be quiet. All right, I'll factor the mother in when I pass in.
May I say something before you do that,
No!
sir?
Would you tell him to sit down?
Mind if I find out who he is?
I'm the victim.
He wants to say a word in support of Harold.
I don't need his support.
Yes, you do. You need all the help you can get, considering your lawyer's an incompetent weirdo.
You gonna just stand there and take that, Mr. Sachs?
I'm trying to rise above these things, Your Honor.
Good for you. Can I say something here or not?
No.
I think he was asking me. All right, sir. I'll admit a short statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, I've known Harold here since childhood, and although I was the target of his violent outburst, I do believe him to be basically a good person. However,
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
I think he's in a downward spiral, and my fear is that these court appearances will become a regular feature of his life unless certain actions are taken.
Yeah, what'd you have in mind?
Your Honor, you're not seriously soliciting an opinion on sentence.
Relax. I'm curious. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, obviously, anger is a problem here, so perhaps some counseling.
You gotta stop him, I mean it.
And some community service.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, yeah, you think everything he says is a good idea.
Well, at least it'll get you out of the house.
Oh, yeah, so then I won't be eating all your precious cheese, is that it?
It'll give you some time away from your mother, too. That's not a bad idea, right?
I'm okay with that. Say 30 hours.
Or more, if you really want to make an impact. I coach a Little League baseball team, and we can always use help out there with managing the equipment, washing the uniforms.
Well, how about it, sir? You agree to community service, and we can call it a day here.
Oh, yeah, I'll perform a community service, all right. I will beat this son of a bitch to a pulp.
Harold. Oh, okay.
Oh.
There's something wrong with him.
You don't have to tell me that. I have to deal with that boy's inadequacies on a daily basis.
No, I meant Randy. You know, he was intentionally provoking Harold in there. You know, what was all the stuff about washing uniform?
Well, someone has to do it. And Harold is in no position to get uppity when someone is trying to help him.
Uppity?
Sure, go for it, but don't promise anything without running it by me first. Come on, go grab something to eat.
Well, you know what? I thought maybe we could talk about what we're going to do to help Harold.
Get him a shrink. Where would you like to go?
Somewhere nice, if that's okay. I'd like to be around successful people for a while.
Such high hopes, didn't you?
Oh, don't all mothers.
Of course. I mean, even his, I suppose.
Hey, didn't I tell you I wanted to see you in my chambers?
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I'm kind of expected somewhere, though.
All right, no problem. I got to get out of here anyway. I hang around here long enough. I want to start smacking people. You're clearly issuing a cry for help. Sometimes I look at you and I think you're just the width of a very thin hair away from a serious psychological breakdown.
Oh, really? I'm actually feeling much better lately.
Well, you know, you can go on deluding yourself, or you can come to grips with the truth. You're not a well man, Mr. Sachs. I know this to be true because I'm not a well man either. But I have an outlet for my rage and disappointment. I can send people to prison. You have to rely on wearing makeup. What's next, a miniskirt?
No, this isn't about my sexuality.
A healthy hetero does not date an entire family. He beds the woman, and then if she happens to have nice children, well, that's a bonus, because kids can keep you sane.
Yeah, well, no, we're friends. And I like spending time with the family because it just makes me feel like I'm a part of something, you know, bigger than, you know, I'm better than just myself, that's all.
Yeah, what do they think about you?
Oh, I think they kind of like me, I don't know.
Sure it's not pity?
What?
Because that's a possibility, you know.
Why?
Come here. Mother, come here.
What are you gonna,
What do you think of the new look? Tell him the truth, don't humor him, because we're all gonna pay the price sooner or later.
The eyeliner freaks me out a little bit, but...
Sure, of course it does. It's perverse and it's frightening. Oh, which reminds me, I want to show your kids my new clown.
Oh, huh? Don't scare, okay.
I didn't, I just meant, I don't know, like, just you're a lawyer, right? And people expect you to look a certain way, that's all, you know, even me, right? When I first saw you with your really long hair, I was thinking, you know, why can't I get a real lawyer? But, you know, that's all. Whatever.
Well, I'm happier now.
Good.
You know, but if you don't,
No. I'll get used to it.
You know, because I could just,
No. No, it's cool.
Yeah.
Darcy, come on.